Well, well. Long time no see.
Kaya! We went to the lantern Rite in Liyue.
Ah, well. How was it? Fun?
Delicious.
Well then, you ought to be looking forward to Mondstadt's Ludi Harpastum. I'm sure it will be to your liking.
Right. Kaya, there's something we need to tell you about.
Okay, so... Alright, so I was muted the whole time. Yeah, that's amazing. Oh boy, I hate doing that. So I'm sorry in the background if you've been hearing a crying child. Like, this is recurring. This is what it's gonna be until I have my own living place in solitude. You're always gonna be hearing some crazy stuff in the background. But just to recap on what I was saying for the past 2 to 3 minutes while it was mute. So just now he mentioned the Ludi Harpastum. So on YouTube I follow certain content creators, and I think one of them had mentioned that right now we're currently in the Lantern Festival in Liyue, and Mondstadt's gonna have like a wind festival or something, and I think that was gonna be in April. I briefly heard that. I didn't pay too much mind into it, but I was like, oh really? There's gonna be a wind festival? And people were speculating that a Venti banner rerun could happen during that, you know, to celebrate the wind festival or something like that. So that, I think that's what that's referring to, Ludi Harpastrum or something. It has harp, so it has to do with the bards, right? So also what I was going over was like how people pronounce names and whatnot. So Mondstadt apparently is pronounced Mondstadt if you were to say it like in German, but you know, in my previous video I mentioned how I'm conscious of the way people pronounce names and how other people get overly sensitive how you mispronounce names. And I understand, it's like, you know, we weren't born in that country, we don't have a degree on like different languages, we can't speak every language in the world. So if like I don't get sensitive to, you know, I don't like really pay any mind when somebody says mispronounces a name in Japanese. Like, I've seen anime for many years, so that's why I kind of know how to pronounce names when I first see them in Japanese. It's okay if you don't know how to, you don't, like, that's not your culture. So I can't expect other people to like start learning and whatnot just to do it. Like, people really get sensitive about like, oh my god, it's not Liyue, oh my god, fish who can't speak German. Like, yeah, it's part of the character. Like, you guys are just overblowing it right now. You're blowing it out of proportions. Like, come on, overreacting, that's the word I'm looking for. You're overreacting to this. So yeah, now we're back to Kaya, and you know, the traveler relates to what they have seen.
Lantern supplies. Stockpile of wood, paper, and oil. At the very least, it sounds like an accident waiting to happen. How very amusing. What makes you think I would recognize this symbol?
You flirt with the dark side, so you would know.
Exactly.
You should watch what you say, honorary knight. What do you mean, flirt with the dark side? The Knights of Favonius certainly does not have dealings with its enemies.
Dude.
That has to do with a certain knightly virtue called integrity.
Okay, Kaya, you can cut it out. You can cut it out, because this is what I was saying before. Like, the only time I could think of why they would include Kaya is because that one time that he said, oh yeah, you know, I'm a pirate, that's why I have this eye patch and whatnot, you know, it's a family thing and there's treasure out there. That's where we're coining this off of, dude.
Anyway, I digress. This is the symbol of the cross-border criminal organization you know as the Treasure Hoarders.
Exactly, I knew that's what it was.
To know more, I can put you in touch with an informant on the inside.
There you go. You're flirting with the dark side.
Did you say the Knights of Favonius don't have dealings with their enemies?
Oh my god.
This is my own personal informant. Nothing to do with the Knights of Favonius.
That's
A
fine.
little later, make your way over to Windrise. I'll arrange for the informant to meet you there.
Thanks, Kaya.
That is exactly how it played out.
Wine begets wisdom.
Huh? Interesting way to put that. So yeah, you know, I was going off on that rambling before of how names are pronounced and whatnot. What I also said was that I I don't go around, you know, crucifying others for mispronouncing my name. Like, my name is kind of unique. So I had a really, you know, I had a fun childhood. I've said this many times before. I've had a fun childhood where kids would always make fun of my name, or teachers would, like, say my name wrong. And, you know, either they're having fun with it or they really don't know. It's like, eventually I grew up and I understand, like, yeah, you've never seen my name before. Do you know how to pronounce it? I turned it into my own game. So I've overcome that little, minuscule trauma, I guess you would say, of my name, and just learned how to have fun with it. You know, you grew up with it, identify with it, you know, like, hey, you're me, I'm you, let's have fun together, right? So just because people are going to say my name wrong, I'm not out there, I'm not going to become some serial killer, like, that's not how you say my name is not pronounced that, what are you, stupid, come on, like, no, let's be serious here. We're not in the age of barbarians. We are in the modern age, 21st century, so let's learn to behave. Let's get these little guys first before we go meet with the informant, whenever they decide to load up on my screen so I can collect them. I have to look back here as well because the special hilly churl, I'm still hunting them. You know, I miss a lot of days where I don't actually get the special hilly churl, so I'm still hunting it. It's become quite a task. One time it was hiding behind a tree. I knew it appeared at Windrise, but they changed the locations of some of them. Just slightly. Wait, who is it? Nimrod? Nimrod! So you're the informant, huh? Interesting.
Huh? Hey! You're the guy, right? Kaya's informant?
Informant? Not me.
But this is the place we agreed upon, and you're the only other one here, so...
We can't be too obvious about it, Paimon.
Place we agreed upon? I know nothing.
Just play along, Paimon.
Stop being so annoying.
Oh, so it was like a secret code word? Wine begets wisdom.
Okay, yeah, it's me.
Oh my god.
Any of that even necessary.
What
It's
do you
code.
Want to know about?
It's code.
Here's the situation.
Okay, I see.
So, what can you tell us as an insider?
I do not think this is the work of the treasure hoarders. The reason the treasure hoarders are able to sustain a giant cross-border operation is because they abide by one fundamental principle. Caution. Softly, softly, catchy monkey is the name of the game for them. By contrast, the idea of taking huge risks to try and make a fortune is utter folly in their eyes. Liyue has the Adepti looking after it, doesn't it? And they're especially active during the Lantern Rite. There's just no way that they, slip of the tongue, when you've been undercover as long as I have. Where was I just... oh, yes. There's no way that they, the treasure hoarders, would dare make a move during the Lantern Rite. Also, the treasure hoarders organization in Liyue recently received an anonymous letter.
Wait, just to clarify something with him. Okay, so the story, I know if you really are deep in the story, it feels almost as if nobody's bringing up like what has happened with the... It's almost as if this is an entirely different side story, but we do know of the events that happened before because the Traveler and Paimon know Shao. When do we meet Shao? We met Shao during the whole, during the Liyue arc. Like, it was... We met the Conqueror of Demons, and then we met him again at the end. He saved the Traveler, you know, when we were falling down from the sky. So I feel like those events are still relevant. So him saying that the Adepti, so damn, you even know about the Adepti. I guess it's common knowledge then. I didn't think it was that common knowledge to know about the Adepti, because they're like supposed to be these beings that you can't really see that often. They're guarding you from the distance. But after the whole incident in Liyue, it was supposed to be that now Liyue is going to work on defending themselves and not rely on the Adepti anymore. So I'm just trying to get things clear to see where we are in the story right now. I understand it's a side story, not a main chapter event. So, you know, chapter 1 was the a star approaches and whatnot. So we were just going from there. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. All right, just a clear stance on where the story is right now.
Why would someone send them an anonymous letter? Trying to frame them, perhaps?
Nobody knows. But what I can tell you is which branch of the treasure hoarders has the letter in their possession. There. I've marked their location on the map for you.
Great! Well, Paimon thinks this was productive. This is our only solid lead. Let's not waste it.
If there's nothing more, I should get back to treasure hoarding. I mean, get back to those treasure hoarding lowlifes. To spy on them.
Man, I have to say that's like one of the... It happens very rarely, but that's probably one of the downsides of being undercover. It's like you get in so deep that it's like... Look at that. He's like, it's very hard for him to go back into character. Like, he's already in character and he's trying to break back to his usual self. Like, oh yeah, it's time to go back. Maybe he is an actual treasure hoarder and Kaya kind of like bullied him out of it. And you know, he was probably an original treasure hoarder, and then Kaya converted him to like the good side. But then he's like, he's like borderline. That's how I would say it, because I mean, like, how is it he's having trouble like breaking free out of his usual, like, oh yeah, I mean, I'm not a treasure hoarder. No, I'm pretending to be a treasure hoarder. It's like, dude, it looks like you were actually a treasure hoarder to me. That's how I see it. All right, so where are we going? We're going over there. The treasure hoarders camp. So they actually have a legit camp then? I guess they would. It makes sense. Like, they're usually just so scattered around the map. But I usually already know, like, where they tend to hang out. But I wonder if they have like an actual headquarters. I wonder if that's going to be introduced. So far we know they dwell in Mondstadt and Liyue. So, alright. Okay, so wherever we see that, yes. Oh, that's their gang symbol. That's right. The thing Kaya said. It's right there. Oh, sorry. That up there. Maybe we could get a better look before, you know, I go speak to them. Ah, okay. But yeah, notice how the thing in the center, it practically looks like resin. How much resin do I have right now? 131. But yeah, if we were to get like a close-up of the resin, it basically looks like that, like a half moon, right? And in the center is like one of the wishes. But it also looked like a bird that was like around it, you know, it's... But yeah, that's their symbol. That's the marking left on the ground. If I really would have studied that, it would have been like immediately a dead giveaway who they are. Alright? Let's have actual conversations with the treasure hoarders. See what their plans are.
Sorry, pal, wrong way. Wherever you think you're going, it's that way.
But isn't that the way to Liyue Harbor?
Right. Here is nowhere. So the other way is Liyue Harbor.
If you're looking for somewhere to stay, I suggest you go to the Wangshu Inn. Fair prices, great customer service, and a wonderful view.
Why do you guys sound like that? It's like they're gritting their teeth. It's like, get out of here. Why don't you go to Liyue? Go to Wangshu Inn. Yeah, like you guys are kind of salty. What's going on?
How do you know about the letter?
Who said anything about the letter?
One of Liyue's Adepti told us about it.
Oh yeah.
Now, I somehow doubt that.
Why?
You should not doubt it. It was I who sent them to investigate. Any further questioning, you may direct to me.
Shao makes his
You can't
presence.
just appear out of thin air.
That's an Adeptus for you.
You're the vigilant Yaksha!
Hey, watch your tone of voice. Or do you seriously want to pick a fight with an Adeptus?
Okay, it's not that we don't believe you're an Adeptus. It's just... everyone needs to look at the bigger picture here.
As you well know, we treasure hoarders are no serious threat to anyone. We're petty criminals, that's all.
So, if you are truly an Adeptus, please show us some mercy, would you?
Of course, if it turns out you're not a real Adeptus.
Then please, don't blame our weapons for treating everyone equally.
Can I just point out real quick that I like the treasure hoarders. They're actually not that bad. I kind of feel the same way about them, like with the Fatui. I know these guys are doing some damage to me, and I don't appreciate that. I do not appreciate that. Okay. Let's get a different shield going on this time. Let's go ahead and just wreck it here.
Worthless.
I kind of have a habit of doing that now. Every time I use Shao's ultimate.
And Adeptus, buddy, have mercy.
It's kind of become a habit, like I said. When I use Shao's ult, I just quickly switch out so that I don't, you know, lose any more HP. So I guess it was kind of, it's a decent habit to pick up when playing Shao. Especially when you're just fighting mobs like that. If you have your healer on and whatnot, it really doesn't matter. Keep your Shao with the ult.
The letter is drivel anyway. It's not worth an armed conflict. Just take it.
How about that? Paimon knew it all along. Let's see what they wrote.
I see. Then let us send these two to the meeting. The sender may be plotting something truly diabolical for the Lantern Rite. It seems they want to burn down the entire city.
Great, everyone's happy. You're good, we're good. However...
These two, they don't look anything like us.
It'll be fine. When we're in disguise, no one will be the wiser.
It still seems like a long shot to me, but with the help of an Adeptus, hopefully everything will turn out fine.
Well, the safety of Liyue is in your hands now. Good luck. Even the treasure hoarders don't want to see the city burned to the ground.
Thank
Then
you.
it is
Thank you.
settled.
Wait, what?
What is it?
Next time we meet, let's make it somewhere with a view of the Mingxiao
I
Lantern.
am not partial to crowded areas, especially at this time of the year. When this matter is resolved, come to Wangshu Inn. In previous years, the Mingxiao Lantern has been visible even from there.
He's vanished. Did he go back to Wangshu Inn already?
Can he just teleport like
the
that?
time mentioned in the letter, that's today, isn't it? Come on, let's go to the meeting place.
Alright, so just a quick thing I wanted to add there again. So I was saying that...
Wonders what the sender of the
Let me let her
letter's
finish.
planning.
Are you done? Alright, let's go. So... this is the same way I felt with the Fatui before, because we see a lot of the Fatui earlier on, and especially when you fight them in the wild, in the open areas, when you talk to a few of them in the city, especially at Liyue Harbor, that's where I really felt like, wow, the game was kind of just painting the picture of the Fatui being just this evil organization, like, rah, we're evil, supremacy, dictatorship, and whatnot. Listen to us or we will destroy you financially and mentally and whatnot. You know, I was really having a bad impression of the Fatui, like, damn, these guys are evil, like, what the hell? But then we go to Liyue Harbor. It was like around, you know, there's the bank, right? And there's a few characters you can actually talk to. And they talk about, you know, missing their home. Then you have Tartaglia, one of the 11 harbingers. And, you know, you get to learn more about them. And you know that they are still human. They are still people. Just because they're in this organization, not all of them are bad. Maybe some have nefarious intentions, but not all of them are like that. And I guess it's the same thing with the treasure hoarders. Like, you know, they chilled out real quick. You know, there was still like, it's like they're having that battle within themselves. It's like, you know, like, oh, if you're an Adeptus, you know, we're not really out to like mess things up like that. We don't want to see a city burned down. Like, you know, come on now. So I respect that. I respect that they're, once again, I'm feeling that way with the treasure hoarders, where I don't see them just as these punks, these thugs on the street. That's good. You have the good and the bad of a lot of things. And on that note, do you think that we're ever gonna get a Knights of Favonius? Like, who knows? We still don't know everybody who's in the Knights of Favonius, but perhaps there's some bad apples in there too that they don't really show their face or anything like that. and they're probably really notorious for being, you know, bad, or, you know, they became knights because they're really strong, they help out a lot, but they're not good in a sense. I'll talk more on that later if I remember.
All right, you folks from the treasure hoarders, yeah? I thought I insinuated in my letter there that you should have done like I done and put on a mask and a costume and so forth. But it seems you didn't all get the memo. It's pretty cool though. Gutsy.
Well, guess what? We don't need to go sneaking around everywhere wearing disguises because unlike you, we would never do anything so shameful that we would need to wear masks while doing it. Really? I was in the middle of my speech and everything!
Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. Oh my. Yo, Lumine, you still had that? Dude, I totally forgot about. Yo, that was perfect. That pan over to Lumine, that was perfect. I think he just enjoys dressing up. This getup is pretty cool, though.
Wait a second now. You folks ain't no treasure hoarders. What game are you two playing?
Wait a second. Oh my god, wait a second. Isn't this like a Fatui? This is a Fatui mask. From one of the Fatui guys. Way back in the story. Yo, that was perfect. You really want to tango with me, man?
Think you can bully me?
Oh, you're decently strong. You didn't immediately die after that. Most treasure hoarders die in 2 hits from that, but you know. That's cool. That's cool. I'm sorry, Shao. First of all, I'm sorry to Shao again that he got more blood of mortals on his pole arm that's slain many demons. Yeah, sorry, Shao.
Okay, I give up.
Give up now, or feel the wrath of my Paimonial! Huh? You giving up just like that?
I'm just a lowly apprentice thief who really looks up to the treasure hoarders.
An apprentice thief?
Yeah, for a greenhorn like me, especially working on my own and all, the treasure hoarders, man, they're my heroes.
Wait a minute, wait, this is the guy that was sneaking around in Liyue Harbor a while ago? Because question mark, it has to be him. I didn't really pay attention to how he looked. I kind of just looked at him from afar with the mask, acting all suspicious, you know. I really failed my observation there, but... So it turns out he's a treasure hoarder fanboy, huh?
Wait a second.
So, I thought I'd try and set up some sort of lucrative opportunity and submit my pledge of loyalty.
Wait a second. None of this is making any sense. Paimon was expecting a serial arsonist to be someone more sinister, evil looking. But instead, we get you.
Arson? What the heck are you talking about?
I knew it. You see, I told you guys. There's a misunderstanding here. It wasn't as obvious. Like, you know, he's around like these things that could... Maybe he's possibly making an explosive. Paimon was thinking in the right direction, but I just didn't feel it. It didn't feel like that.
Don't pretend. Paimon's seen you loitering around piles of highly flammable materials.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. But I was only checking the place out. My plan ain't got nothing to do with those lantern construction materials.
Are you serious?
Well, I just wanted to nab me the biggest chunk of plaustrite in 20 years is all. I was gonna wait till nightfall, chop off half the tethers, float it out to sea.
Oh.
Then, all I'd have to do is find some way or another of bringing it down, so I could hide it underwater in the shallows. The perfect crime.
Yes. Paimon is really underwhelmed right now. It's like, oh, is that all you were trying to do? Even I am to an extent, but I already knew, like, there was some misunderstanding going on, but I didn't have the whole picture.
For a perfect crime, it sure has a lot of holes. For example, how exactly were you planning to bring down the prostrate once it was airborne?
I was still in the process of figuring out the details, hence why I hadn't made my move yet.
This guy is an imbecile. Okay, let's teach him a lesson.
They hand
Now that the Mullets
the
have gotten
stupid
hold of
thief.
that idiot, let's head back. We can notify the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
You know, I love the fact that the freaking Ruin Hunter was back there the whole time, you know, just chilling. Because of course, I like that the Ruin Hunters don't activate like 10 miles away, like other creatures in the game tend to like notice you. That's not the Ruin Hunter. I was just saying, it was these guys. Man, screw you guys, man. Why y'all messing with me for, son? Leave me alone. I don't have time for this. I kid you not, my heart literally stopped for a second. It was for like a microsecond or something. Because I'm looking at there, and I suddenly hear the music, and I'm like, wait, no you didn't. I'm literally talking about how the Ruin Hunter does not spot you from far away. Like, you literally have to be mad close to him. I'm not going to fight it, though. Bye, have a great time. Okay, so as much as I go on and boast about how I love this game so much, there's still little things that I kind of like forget. Like, I love paying attention to details and how, you know, it's all the little things I love. You know, the best way to bring to life this world. I always lose my train of thought. But yeah, this is the Liyue Pavilion. I think this is where we, was it here, or was it the other one where we met with Zhongli and Child? Or we met Zhongli for the first time? I think it was here. What is this? Enter the Shinyue kiosk. Yeah. So, you know, I loved it. So I never knew this was actually the Ministry of Affairs. Like, that's kind of news to me. Interesting. So yeah,
Traveler,
Jai.
word spreads fast. We will keep watch over the thief. Thanks for your help.
Oh, we're done.
Looks like the Mingxiao lantern will be
Oh,
ready
well, yeah,
soon.
he knows. We're done.
A critical juncture. We cannot afford the slightest interference.
On the topic of keeping the Rite safe.
Rest easy. Word was passed up the chain. Another group of very capable troops have been brought in. They're dressed as ordinary citizens. You wouldn't notice them in the crowd. If anyone dares make a move,
Ooh.
they'll be on them in an instant.
Undercover, I like that. You should point them out to me, like at least one of them, to get an idea of how they look like. Because it could be literally anybody. It could be that one guy in the background just standing there. That he's just having a casual conversation. I like that.
That's sorted then. You two get some rest, we'll take it from here. Enjoy the lantern rite in peace.
So, Paimon supposes that's taken care of then.
If only Xiao were here to see the Mingxiao lantern.
Paimon wishes so too. Guess he won't make it this time. Wait, do you remember what the inspiration for the Mingxiao lantern was?
Sky
So
Bracer.
if it's modeled on an Adeptus, maybe Xiao would be interested this time. On the day the Mingxiao lantern is ready, we can meet him at Wangshu Inn like he suggested, then try to persuade him. Even though he said you can see the Mingxiao lantern from Wangshu Inn, we should get up close if we want to get that festival atmosphere.
I'm actually try. I'm gonna go to Wangshu Inn at the very top at night to see if we could actually see the lanterns floating in the sky. It is not relatively far, but the distance is still great. Perhaps my PlayStation 4 doesn't have enough like render capability to get that distance, but the game itself does a pretty good job at that to begin with. But I'm gonna go experiment with that to see how it actually looks like. But I'm saying a lot of but. Yeah, I'm not sure, but Sky Bracer. I thought the deer is kind of like representing Mooncarver. 'Cause I know Mooncarver was like the only Adeptus that was like the deer. The other two were like birds, apparently. Oh, so we're done. That was the Lantern Rite Part 2. And finally, we unlocked this. So I did do Part 1. I remember I recorded it. There was no commentary with that, so I'm not really gonna upload that. It was just me, like what I did with Xiao's story quest. That's how I recorded that video with the Lantern Rite Part 1. So this is gonna be Part 2. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me see if I can quickly cut over to Wangshu Inn when it's nighttime and see if we can spot some lanterns in the sky, okay? Alright, so we're here at the top of Wangshu Inn, and I mean, like I said, I've done this before. Remember, like I was curious to see if we could actually see the lanterns floating in the sky from the Wangshu Inn. Calm down, Xiao. It was just a bad dream. Yeah, it's just Alright, so I was always wondering if we could see lanterns from the Wangshu Inn myself. So I actually did try this before, and I already know we can't see anything. Just a lot of clouds, you know, the Gunyun stone places over there. Dragon Spine is over there, you know, the highest place in the game so far. But we can't see anything from the harbor. Nothing from Liyue Harbor. So maybe at the end of the festival, when the actual, you know, lanterns are floating in the sky, maybe it's gonna be a bigger presentation, more flashier. We'll probably be able to see something from the Wangshu Inn, and I'm looking forward to that. But with that, this video is done. I hope you enjoyed, guys. Remember to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you didn't like it, go ahead and slap that dislike. Comment down below what you like about this, what you thought about this little side part introducing the Lantern Rite Part 2. More details, you know, regarding the festival, the ambience, and the characters, you know, involving it. What you thought about the treasure hoarders, my opinions on that. Yeah, and also subscribe for more content. Remember, for the next few months, we're going to be focusing only on Genshin Impact for the most part, at least, you know? If another game comes out that I'm interested in, I'll probably try to play that too, but Genshin Impact is the focus. Hope you guys enjoy. Stay safe out there, guys.
Sooner die again than lay a hand on me.
Exactly. Remember Xiao's words, and I'll catch you in the next video, alright? It's Blackwing K, and I'm out of here. Bye now.